morning students, myself Prema. Today students we are going to study about political science. Now student, the name of the topic that we are going to study is post World War political developments, that is after the World War what were the political developments. Now in the starting students we are going to just revise, have a look over the things that you have studied earlier. Now already students you have studied civics. In civics you have studied about different topics, that is the topics related with local self government. In that we have studied about gram panchayat, panchayat samiti, municipal council, municipal corporation. About that you have studied. Moreover, you have studied about the India's constitutions also, how our constitution is, what are the features of the constitutions, and about that we have studied. And our political system or governmental structures, how the government they are functioning. So students, in this standard, that is 9th standard, we are going to study about India's relations with the world, means what type of relation India is sharing with the neighboring countries and with the world. Now already students you have studied about geography, world geography we have studied, and moreover you are also familiar with the historical events through the study of history. You have studied in history about various events. Now through this study of political science, students, we are going to study about the India's relation with the world and some major global issues. What are the major global problems that are faced, that we are going to study. Now students, here it is told that we are dependent on different persons, institutions and organizations in the society for different reasons and for different facilities. Yes children, now we people, we are living in the society. So in the society we are depending upon each other for fulfilling our needs. Same here we can take the example. Now as you children, you are depending upon your parents for for each and every thing. Same way here in the society also, people they are depending upon each other to satisfy their needs. So our social life, because of that, it is called as interdependent and having mutual cooperation with each other. Then only we can satisfy our needs. Same thing means as it is applicable for the individuals and society, it is told that it is applicable for the nations also, that are at the world level. There are many independent nations in the world like India. So some exchange and interaction goes on between them constantly. So here there is exchange of ideas and technology, and there is interaction between these independent nations. These independent states also enter into treaties with each other. So when there is an exchange of informations, technology or any other things, so at that time they are signing treaties with each other, that is agreements are signed between the nations. So a system of all these independent sovereign states come up, we call it international system. So this system that is applicable between the nations, so that system is called as the international system. Now we are going to study about some of the features of the international system. So first one in that is children, interdependence. Now interdependence, what is told that all the countries all over the world, they are dependent on each other for one or the other reasons, whether the nations they are rich, they are poor, whether the nation is developed or undeveloped. So each and every, none of the nations they are self-sufficient. For each and everything they are depending upon, means for one or the other thing they are depending upon other nations. So thus interdependence, it is told it is an important factor in the international system. Students, here we can take the example. Now today India is helping America in present situations by what? By supplying them medicines. So though America it is a superpower, so that is also an example of interdependence. Next, here it is given, some questions are given. I wonder what is the difference between the interdependence between individual and that between nations. Now students, what the difference will be? Here we have studied already that the difference between the individuals is that individual needs are satisfied in the society by mutual cooperation, that is social social interdependence is there among the individuals and between the nations. That is an means it is taking place at the international level. That will be of exchange of informations, technology and all. Now next is there such a divisions like rich or poor, rich countries and poor countries? Yes or no? Yes, there is a division of rich countries and poor countries. Just as a country is governed by constitution, is there any some kind of constitution at the global level? Yes. See, for each and every nation, we all know that every nation they are having their own constitution. So same way here at the global level, that is, at the international level also constitution is there. So we can take the year example of United Nations. So it is having the United Nation, the charter is there, so that each and every nations they have to follow. And there is who enjoys the supreme positions in the international system. So here also the answer will be that is United Nations. Next students, we are going to study about that is the international relations through foreign policy. Now every nation, it is told that they are has its every nation has policies about its internal dealings as also about its relation with the other nations. Such a policy is called as foreign policy. So what is told that here each and every nation they are having their own policy while dealing with the matters within the country. Along with that, while dealing with the other nations, so for that also they are having their own policies. When these policies are related with the other countries, so that is called as a foreign policy. Now we are going to study India's foreign policy in the next chapter. So in detail about the foreign policy of India. So that we are going to study in the second chapter. Now next students, we are going to study about the students, we are going to study about the background. Now, the world in which we live today has been shaped through many events and developments. That is the world today as it is looking. So, it has been because of the many events and development that has taken place. So, for studying, for knowing about that events and developments, what is necessary? We have to go back to history to understand about today's world. Along with that, students, we all know that 2 world wars were fought in the last century. That is the First World War and the Second World War. And because of that, the world completely changed. As a result of that, new current thoughts started emerging. So students, we will be studying about what else has happened due to these world wars. Now first, we will be studying about the First World War. The First World War was fought between 1914 and 1918. That is for 5 years. The First World War was there. And mostly the nations that were involved in this world war were of Europe, and Europe at that time it occupied a central place in the international system. The war caused tremendous loss of life and property. There was huge loss of life and property. Along with that, the countries who joined the war, they suffered economic losses. And moreover, the countries which were not directly involved in the war, no students, they were also impacted by the war. Impacted means they were also affected by the war. The economic condition, that is the financial condition of the victorious, the nations, those who got the victory in the war, as well as the losing countries, those who were defeated, their economic condition of the country, it has been collapsed. Now we will be studying about the countries involved in the First World War. Now at that time, during the World War time, the countries which were involved in the war, they were divided in 2 sections. One was the Allied power, another was the Central power. In the Allied powers, the nations that were there: Britain, France, Russia, Italy, and America. In the Central powers were the countries like Germany, Austria, Hungary, Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria. Now children, as soon as the First World War came to an end, so all the nations, they felt that such a war should not happen again, and for that they started thinking that some measures has to be taken to end the wars. And for that purpose, the nations, they came together and they decided to form an international organizations. and as a result the League of Nations was established. Now League of Nations, the main intention, the main objective of that was to avoid war. It became an important platform to solve international disputes. Disputes means conflicts, and carry out negotiations. Negotiations means discussions. So here it became a platform for the nations. The nation, they became the member of the League of Nations, and the member nation, they have to follow the rules and regulations of the League of Nations. So it became a platform where the nations, they came together, whatever the disputes are there between them or conflicts will be there, so by negotiation, by having discussions, it can be solved. Now the main responsibility of the League of Nations was understood to avoid war. So here the main objective, children, it was of the League of Nations was to avoid war. Now after the First World War, major changes came about in Europe and outside Europe. So here what is mentioned, that after First World War it was ended. So important changes, they came, it was seen in Europe and also outside Europe. So for example, here it is mentioned, earlier Europe collapsed and new nations came into begin. So here earlier means before that, whichever the empires there were empires in Europe were there, they collapsed, they followed on new nations came into emergence. Many European countries had their colonies in the continents of Africa and Asia. Now we all know that you have studied till 8th standard about Indian history also. India was the colony of British people. Same way these European countries, no, they have colonies. They were having their colonies in the continent of Asia and Africa. As both Asia and African continent, they were rich in natural resources and mineral resources. So movements for independence started in these colonies. So as soon as the war came to an end, so in both the nations, here in both the continent, various types of movement has taken place, and the people, they started demanding independence. So these movements, they challenge the hegemony of the European nations. Here hegemony means dominance, that is the leaderships of the European nations. Now League of Nations was established after the First World War to establish peace, but it did not succeed at preventing war. Now students, now we have studied earlier, League of Nations, the main intention was to avoid the war. It was League of Nations duty was to maintain peace, but the League of Nations was not successful in that. Now here reason why it was not successful, because the autocratic regimes came up in Germany, Italy, Spain and other countries, and all these developments, that is culminated in the Second World War. So here as soon as the First World War came to an end, so in the First World War, Germany was defeated. So the different nations which were their children, on them various types of treaties, agreements was made on them, imposed on them. So in that, the worst affected country was Germany. So as a result, after the World War, so in these countries, no, their government, they were not able, the government in that, the democratic government in that countries, it has been collapsed, and autocratic regimes started coming. Autocratic regimes means where one person is having the power in his hand. Here of Germany we can take the example, that is Hitler. He came into power in Germany. In Italy, Mussolini, he came into power. So same way in other countries also autocratic regimes started coming up, and all this means all these changes which has taken place, it had culminated, means the climax was that it has resulted in the Second World War. Now here, what is your opinion? It is asked to you. The League of Nations was established to prevent war, but it failed to avoid war. So what measures, according to you children, the League must have taken to prevent war? Now children, we have studied about the League of Nations. So here one of the most important reason was there. League of Nations, it was not able to control the nations like the powerful nations, and moreover important reason is that America did not become the member of the League of Nations, and moreover the League of Nations, it was not having its own military power. Next students, we will be studying about the Second World War. Now the Second World War was fought between 1939 and 1945, and it would prove to be far more destructive than the First World War. So it has taken place in the year 1939 and it ended in 1945. and it is told that this war, Second World War, it was more destructive as compared to the First World War. And in the Second World War, children, it is told that more advanced technology was used in this war as compared to the First World War. Now, countries which took part in the Second World War once again faced a situation of economic crisis. So, when the Second World War it came to an end, so here once again economic financial problems started taking place in both in the victorious nations also and defeated nations also. Now about the nations, countries involved in the Second World War. Now countries involved in the Second World War were in the Allied powers were Britain, France, Austria, Canada, New Zealand, India, Soviet Union, China and America. And in the Axis power were Germany, Japan and Italy. Now America, it is told that it played a very major role in the Second World War. It has manufactured nuclear weapons, and to end the war, America, it has used 2 nuclear weapons on the cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki, on 6th April, on 6th August and 9th August 1945. So here, children, America, it is told that in the Second World War it has played a major role, and to end the war, so nuclear weapons was used by America on Japan. So on 6th August, on Hiroshima, America dropped the nuclear bomb, and on 9th August, on Nagasaki, the nuclear weapons was used. Now, Second World War ended with the defeat of Germany in Europe and of Japan in Asia. So, the Second World War, it ended by the defeat of Germany in Europe. Here, Germany was defeated by Russia in Europe, and and defeat of Japan in Asia by America. Now, among the many events that took place in the world after the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. Now, students, as soon as the Second World War it came to an end, so here only at that time superpowers emerged. So one was America and other was Russia. So here war was the beginning of the Second World War was the beginning of the end of the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. That Cold War, it began from 1945 to 1991, is a long period of the Cold War. So students, till now we have studied about, that is the interdependence of the nations, how the nations they are interdependent upon each other. That is none of the nations of all over the world they are self-sufficient. Each and every nations, whether it is rich or poor, for some or the other reason they are depending upon each others. In that example I have given of India, how India it is supplying medicines to America, though it is a super power. Along with that, students, we have studied about the First World War and the Second World War. First World War, it was fought from 1914 to 1918, and after the First World War, the League of Nations was formed to maintain peace. But the League of Nations, it was not able to control the nations, aggressive nations. As a result, the Second World War has taken place. Now, the Second World War also came to an end in the year 1945 by the defeat of Germany and Japan. And later on, afterwards, after the Second World War, in the next lecture, we will be studying about how after the Second World War, United Nations has been formed, and about the Cold War also we are going to study. So students, hope we have understood the chapter. Now based on this, students, I am going to give you assignment. So your first assignment will be explain interdependence, and second will be explain about the First World War. Thank you.